is quite peace until the bloody riot in May 1969, in which occurred due to the dissatisfaction among the ethnic group in Malaysia. And with the bloody riot in May 1969, we can see that how the government introduced the new economic policy in terms of with the objective of to eradicate the poverty and structuring the society during that time. And actually, the NEP and the new economic policy in Malaysia is success in eradicate poverty, but is more on the economic purposes, more dominant than the social social purposes. This is because some argue that the NEP actually benefited to some group of people, meaning that hanya tertumpu kepada small group. We call it as rich Malay. These people are very rich in Malaysia, certain group only. And it's come until Mahathir become the prime minister. You can see that how Mahathir and in his early administration very dominant in terms of controlling all the policies in Malaysia, but Mahathir is very smart and he introduced new ideas in terms to develop of the economic in Malaysia. There are four. Actually, there are four main policies. For example, privatization, heavy industrialization, Malaysia incorporation, and also Vision 2020. Mahathir actually pushed for a new phase of development, and he don't want to concentrate only on the agriculture. And when they doing actually, this policy created, as we call it, as a political patronage among the business, the group of business in which they're doing business, and in return, they have to support the party in order for the party to maintain its power. And then also from here, in order Mahathir to control its power, there are also the tools or the political tools that being used by the Mahathir administration, as we can see here in slide. For example, control of media. In terms of control of media, they use the media for campaign and the state propaganda, and then they also manipulated of the electoral system, meaning that the election, actually Mahathir also declared that election is not to produce turnover, but election is just to provide the feedback. So the government may adjust the policy, but they never leave the office. So that's the electoral system from the Mahathir's perspective. And they also, in terms of NGOs and political contestation, actually during this period, the NGO is not as become like the fourth estate, but it's more on the cooperation with the NGOs. There's no political contestation. NGOs and the government is more on the collaboration. And then also in terms of laws and regulation also being enacted several times in order to secure, or the laws also for the objective to secure the power of the government at that time. Okay, then it's because, and then it's not happened until 1999 when the former Deputy Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim being sacked from the what we call the government, and he actually menubuhkan Reformation Movement at that time. I think it's quite controversial during this time, as I think not only happened in Malaysia, Indonesia also has had the Reformation Movement during that time, and few countries in Southeast Asia also facing a similar situation. And due to the economic Asian crisis also that time. Beside that, also we can see that during this period, the movement also being stimulated by the starting at the internet and ISRO, how it happened in Malaysia gradually. Internet play their role in order being as the tools for the opposition in order to gain support from the people as well. So from here is about the process how the internet developed in Malaysia. Okay, then internet also we can say able for the political mobilization as well, able to mobilize, menghimpunkan people. Even at that time, the media, the mass media, television, and the newspaper being controlled by the government. And not until 2008, this the former Prime Minister Abdullah Badawi said that they actually acknowledged that the power of the internet during that time. They not looking seriously on the power at that time, and then he said that the internet actually yang membawa kepada antara faktor yang membawa kejatuhan Barisan Nasional at that time. So from here is about more on the how the online media, the party website, the independent blogs, and also the independent news portal play their roles in order to become as the civil society in order to criticize the government and also spread the information that in which most of the people or the rakyat during that time don't have any ideas what the government did, but through and then again again for the seventh Prime Minister, Tun Mahathir became the seventh Prime Minister.